Hi everyone, I'm Isabella. If you've ever dealt with toxic people, buckle up. This story will make your blood boil. Babe, I got it. I actually got the position. I burst through the door, waving my offer letter like a trophy. Marketing director at Reynolds and Shaw. It was finally mine. Jack, my husband of 5 years, looked up from his laptop, his boyish grin lighting up the room. Holy Isabella, that's incredible. He pulled me into a big hug, his excitement radiating warmth. We have to celebrate. This wasn't just a win for me, it was a milestone. I'd spent years supporting Jack's career at TechCore while building my own path. And now, at 29, I had landed my dream job. Bonus, it came with a bigger salary than his. How about a dinner party? Your sister's been asking about the job hunt. I already texted her. Sarah and Tom are coming Saturday. Ah, Sarah, Jack's sister, a top real estate agent with a flawless exterior and a knack for backhanded compliments. Navigating her interesting personality was a skill I'd reluctantly mastered over the years. Rachel's coming too, right? I asked, thinking of my best friend who worked in HR at Sarah's firm. If anyone could keep Sarah in check, it was Rachel. Absolutely, Jack said, smiling. This promotion deserves your bestie. Saturday arrived, a swirl of clinking wine glasses and forced smiles. Sarah sat across from me, her diamond bracelet catching the light as she swirled her wine. Marketing director, who would have thought? I mean, with your background. Her smile was polished, but her eyes were sharp. My chest tightened. What do you mean by background? Rachel, ever protective, jumped in. I'm sure she meant nothing by it. Of course not, Sarah said smoothly. I just meant some of us worked our way up more traditionally. Her husband Tom cleared his throat. The corporate world's changing, Sarah. Traditional isn't always better. Obviously, darling, she said, her tone syrupy. I just hope Isabella can handle such a demanding position. Late nights, constant meetings. She shot a pointed look at Jack. It changes people. Jack shifted uncomfortably. Sarah, come on. Oh, remember that director I told you about, Jack? The one who left his wife last year. All those business trips. Her voice dripped with Fox concern. Rachel shot to her feet. Sarah, can you help me with dessert? In the kitchen, I overheard Rachel confronting her. What's your problem? That was completely unnecessary. I'm just looking out for my brother, Sarah snapped. Sudden success can be complicated. Later, Jack found me in the kitchen. Wrapping his arms around my waist, he murmured, Don't let her get to you. She's just being Sarah. Yeah, I said, forcing a smile. Just Sarah. But something in my gut told me this wasn't over, and I was right. The first cracks appeared subtly. Jack stopped kissing me goodbye in the mornings. His usual love you text disappeared, replaced by a distracted frown as he stared at his phone. You're home late again, he muttered one evening as I walked in at 8 p.m. Big presentation tomorrow, I said. David needed the numbers revised. David? His tone sharpened. Your boss. The one Sarah mentioned seeing you with at Riverside Cafe. I froze. What? I had a team lunch there. The whole marketing department. Funny, Jack said, his eyes narrowing. Sarah said it looked intimate. Just the two of you. That's ridiculous, I said, my voice rising. Lisa was there. So was the entire creative team. The next day, Lisa cornered me in the break room. Hey, weird question. Did your sister-in-law call the office? What? Why? She was asking about you and David. Wanted to know if you two were close. Don't worry, I told her you're never alone. I'm always there. My stomach twisted. That evening, I found Jack sitting at my desk, my work laptop open. What are you doing? I demanded. Nothing, he said too casually. Just curious about all these late nights. Since when do you not trust me? I demanded, my voice trembling. Since things stopped adding up, Jack replied coldly. He pulled out his phone and showed me photos, pictures of me at various work events. But something was wrong. The angles, the cropping, they made innocent conversations look intimate, almost incriminating. That's not. Those are manipulated. I protested, my voice rising. Look at this one. It's from the company picnic. The entire team was there. Jack's jaw tightened. Sarah says people saw you getting into David's car. For a team lunch, right? Funny how it didn't look like that. Ask Lisa. Ask anyone who was there. But he was already walking away, Sarah's poison sinking deeper into his mind. At the office, Rachel stormed into my cubicle, her eyes blazing. "You won't believe what I just heard." "What now?" I muttered, bracing myself for the next wave of chaos. I was in the break room at the real estate firm when Sarah started talking to Madison. She said, "Little Miss Marketing Director won't be so smug when Jack sees all the evidence. I've always known she wasn't good enough for him. Time to put her in her place." My stomach dropped. "She's bragging about it." Rachel nodded, her jaw clenched. "She's not just spreading lies, Isabella. She's strategizing. Deliberately, methodically destroying your marriage." I slumped in my chair, the weight of it crashing down on me. While I'd been pouring my energy into proving myself at Reynolds and Shaw, Sarah had been weaving a web of deception to tear apart everything I'd built. My career, my marriage, my life. That night, I made one last attempt. "Jack, your sister is lying. She's always been threatened by me, by us." "Stop blaming Sarah," Jack snapped, his voice laced with frustration. "She's looking out for me. Maybe if you spent less time with David." "I can't believe you're choosing her lies over 5 years of trust." I cried, my voice breaking. But he just walked away, leaving me standing there shattered. The next day, Jack dropped a manila envelope on the kitchen table. "We need to talk." Inside were more doctor photos, fake text messages, and a typed document detailing my supposed affair. "This is insane," I said, flipping through the pages. "These aren't even real messages." "Really?" Jack's tone was ice. "Because Sarah says she found them in the cloud backup." "She's manipulating you," I shouted. "None of this is real." "Then explain this," he said, playing a voicemail from David. His voice, taken out of context, mentioned a late meeting. "That's from the Johnson campaign. The whole team was there until midnight." "Just stop, Isabella." Jack's voice cracked, his resolve crumbling. "I'm staying at Sarah's for a while." He grabbed his bag and walked out the door. At Aunt Carol's birthday party, the whispers followed me like shadows. "Poor Jack," I overheard one woman say. "Sarah told me everything. That marketing job really changed her." I escaped to the bathroom, my hands shaking, and called Rachel in tears. "Listen to this," Rachel said, her voice urgent. She played a recording. Sarah's voice, clear and smug, echoed through the phone. "It was so easy," Sarah gloated. "Just a few tweaked photos, some edited messages. Jack's always been so naive. Isabella thinks she's so special with her big promotion, but I'm showing everyone what she really is." Rage replaced my tears, but Rachel wasn't done. "Tom found something," she said. "On their home computer. Sarah's been using Photoshop, creating fake emails, threads, photos. There's a whole folder." At work, Lisa rushed to my desk. "Isabella, our it guy Kevin confessed. He's been trying to hack your email. Sarah paid him." David called me into his office. "Isabella, we flagged unusual login attempts on your account. Also, Sarah's been calling our clients, asking about our meetings." My world was in pieces, but something shifted inside me. The pain hardened into resolve. That night, standing alone in the house surrounded by the remnants of my life, I made a decision. My phone buzzed, another text from Jack. "Sarah found more proof. How could you do this to us?" I ignored it. Rachel called next. "We've got her, Isabella. Tom documented everything." Lisa caught the it guy. "David's got proof of her harassment. We have all the evidence." I looked at our wedding photo on the mantle, the smiling faces of two people who'd promised each other forever. The tears stopped. The pain turned to steel. "Send me everything," I told Rachel. "Every recording, every document, every fake photo. It's time everyone knows the truth." "What are you going to do?" Rachel asked cautiously. I straightened my shoulders, the fire inside me burning hotter than ever. "I'm going to take back my life. And Sarah? She's going to learn what happens when you mess with the wrong woman." I pulled out my laptop and began compiling the evidence. Sarah thought she'd won. But she had no idea this was just the beginning of her end. "It's time," Rachel said, handing me a USB drive. "Every word of Sarah bragging about destroying your marriage is on here." Tom's email followed minutes later. Attached was Sarah's entire folder of manipulated evidence, timestamped photos with original versions before her edits, detailed plans to hack my work email, and even a schedule of when to feed Jack specific proof. "There's more," Lisa said, joining our conference call. "We traced the hacking attempts. Kevin confessed everything. Sarah paid him $5,000 to break into your work email. Then came the bombshell from Tom. I'm filing for divorce. I can't stay married to someone this manipulative. I'm making everything public. Her vendetta, the fake evidence, all of it. The fallout was swift. Sarah's real estate firm called an emergency board meeting. Rachel texted me updates as it unfolded. They're reviewing everything, Rachel wrote. Sarah's trying to deny it, but Tom's evidence is irrefutable. The board's worried about reputation damage. Hours later, the final verdict arrived, terminated effective immediately. The firm released a statement condemning her actions. Fabricating evidence and destroying families violates our moral code, it read. Sarah's termination hit the industry newsletters within days. Major firms blacklisted her, unwilling to take on the liability of someone so toxic. Her once golden reputation was in tatters. Jack appeared at my door one rainy evening, looking broken. Isabella, he said softly, his voice cracking. I'm so sorry. I should have trusted you. You were right about Sarah. She manipulated me, and I fell for it. Please, I'll do anything to fix this. I stared at him, feeling nothing but the weight of betrayal. You're right, Jack. Sarah manipulated you, but you still chose to trust her lies over the love we built. There's nothing left to fix. As Sarah's carefully curated life fell apart, the calls began. Mutual friends and family, armed with the truth, confronted her. Job applications were rejected. Angry messages filled her voicemail. Then she called me, her voice trembling. Isabella, please, she begged. I'm losing everything. Can't you tell them it was a misunderstanding? I almost laughed. Like you told everyone my success came from sleeping with my boss? Karma's not so fun, is it, Sarah? I hung up, my heart steady. 6 months later, a for sale sign went up in front of Sarah and Tom's house. She couldn't afford it anymore. No reputable firm would touch her. Her social circle evaporated, leaving her with nothing but the wreckage of her own making. Meanwhile, I thrived. Reynolds and Shaw promoted me to executive marketing director after the Johnson campaign broke records. My divorce papers sat signed on my lawyer's desk, ready to close the final chapter of that part of my life. This wasn't just a victory, it was a rebirth. Sometimes, karma doesn't just knock, it kicks down the whole damn door. Now I have a question for you. What would you do if your spouse believed lies about you without giving you the chance to defend yourself? Would you forgive them once the truth came out, or would you, like I did, see their lack of trust as a revelation of their true character? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.